In a world where there are too many YouTube-produced news shows, here comes another useless one that we're doing today. Hello, hi, my name is Mario Rivera, and today I have, of course, my friend Nicholas Blain. And today we're going to talk about some of the biggest news that's happened this week in terms of gaming and gaming industry, as well as some silly, fun things that are along the way. Nick, if you can, please throw us to our first story.
Is Anthem's future in jeopardy? Jason Schreier over at Bloomberg writes, "This week, EA executives will review the latest version of Anthem Next and decide whether to expand the team or abandon the project." Executive producer Christian Daly wrote 3 blog posts last year outlining some of the big changes planned. In December, Daly left the Anthem team as part of BioWare's management shakeup, leaving the project's fate in question. So Mario, would you like to see Anthem continue, or do you think it should just be left by the wayside?
I personally, so I own a copy still. I have it wrapped up. It's still in its saran wrap because I got it for $5. That's how much stock has gone from this game. I would rather BioWare just make a decent game because so far we've had some duds after duds, and I will say that their stock right now in terms of like the BioWare with the Mass Effect Legendary Edition is everyone's really hyped for it. So honestly, I think we should just proceed forward, move on to this next Mass Effect game, which they announced, not that long ago. I think it's time to let some things die, and that I'm sorry, I think Anthem just might have to be it. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I played the beta back in the day, but it never really struck with me. It was much more of a thing of like, oh, this is like an Iron Man game, sweet, let's check it out and play it, and it just never clicked with me. I was super excited when it was announced initially in that E3 2017, I want to say. It looked amazing, and then the expectations did not meet the reality of BioWare as a developer even. While I hope it doesn't go totally by the wayside, I definitely feel like probably it's time to either nut up or shut up. So we'll see what happens after this week.
Hopefully they just take every lesson that they learned from it and just apply it into an awesome Mass Effect game. Fortnite news extravaganza! Barry Allen's in Fortnite. Run, Barry, run!
Valentine's Day skins in Fortnite? That's the most Valentine's Day things I've gotten all decade.
Fortnite Tron crossover. Jeff Bridges.
Reality is not what you think it is. Microtransactions everywhere. Escape while you still can. All right. So what's next on the news docket there, Mario?
Well, next up, looks like someone stole some source code from CD Projekt Red. CD Projekt Red hit by a cyber attack. Source code for Cyberpunk 2077 and Witcher 3 held for ransom. This is, of course, coming from Brian Ashcroft from Kotaku. Looks like CD Projekt Red can't catch a break and is now a victim of a cyber attack, which involves the company's private information and multiple video game source code stolen. The company released a statement on Twitter this morning saying an unidentified actor has hacked some of its systems, including a screenshot of the ransom note. Access data includes source code for some of the studio's games, alongside Intel company data. The company writes that it will not negotiate with the hacker. Yesterday, as CD Projekt's statement begins, we discovered that it has become a victim of a targeted cyber attack. Due to some of our internal systems have been compromised, the hacker's note threatens to release the source code for Cyberpunk 2077, The Witcher 3, including an unreleased version, and Gwent, as well as releasing company documents relating to accounting, administration, legal, HR, investor relations, and more. The hacker's note gives CD Projekt Red about 48 hours to come into an agreement, which the hacker then threatens to leak or sell the source code and information. So what do you think, Nick? Do you think CD Projekt Red can catch a break here?
I don't know at this point. I think that CD Projekt Red is kind of fell by the wayside, especially with the big mess that was Cyberpunk, right? Like, I think that something that was so big and so highly anticipated being such a trash fire on more ends than one definitely breeds more of a uncertain future. And I think the other problem is the fact that we do have the next gen version of Cyberpunk coming out, but I don't think it's going to be coming out until the end of the year, which is personally when I'm going to play it. But we'll see kind of how things shake out. I hope CD Projekt Red does get back on their feet. There's some very talented people over there.
Yeah, I mean, I just immediately I'll say that obviously everything that's happening with this, especially this leak, and obviously say what you will when it comes to their stuff with the launch and how they responded, and it's all been piss poor and bad. But when it comes to someone stealing a bunch of stuff and threatening people, especially livelihoods of all these people, I'm just going to go ahead and say that's just terrible. Don't do that.
I agree.
You're a terrible human being if you think that this is funny or okay, especially if you're reading that note and whoever wrote that note, you're a child. So
yeah.
But in terms of like the company, how it's going to bounce back, I think it's going to bounce back. But I just ultimately say that like this is just another terrible sandwich on an already bad meal, and I'm just hoping that there can be a win here in the very much like how I would say Hello Games did with No Man's Sky, for Final Fantasy, for bringing that back, because that's apparently way bigger than it's ever has been, so good for them.
And how hopefully Avengers brings it back next week with that nice old war table.
Yeah, I'm hoping so, because I really want more Avenger games too. So I want all these things to have better futures.
Right.
And this hacking story just is just sad in terms of like an already terrible situation, especially since I think we just got patch 1. We're expecting patch 2 sometime this month. Well, we'll see how long that's going to take, because I'm sure this did a lot of damage in the back end of what they have in all their source codes. So I know that it looks like they have a backup, so there's some good news there. But yeah, I think that we still have a long road ahead, and I hope that they can pull from this. For DualShockers, I've been Mario.
I've been Nick. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.